Ain't that nothing?
Hey guys, we're live.
I got the wrong device.
We're live. I'm just waiting for y'all to come in. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in.
So I've been suspended from going live on TikTok. I don't know why.
Also, read
Really
the
don't
ticker
make no
at the
sense
bottom
to
of the
me.
screen. People are welcome
I've
to come
also
up
been
at the end of the
suspended from going
video
live
or the live
on
to,
Instagram,
chop it up.
which also don't make
But
no
there should be
sense to
no
me.
cursing,
My husband has stolen
controversial
Philadelphia
conversations,
TV
or anything that breaks the
and is now
rules of
asking me
YouTube.
for $1 million to return it so I can go back to work. So right now I'm just on YouTube and I'm
Very
doing a
delicious.
post on TikTok. I guess I'm just gonna have to kill it on Reels this
This is
weekend.
crazy.
Me and my son and my goddaughter Legina have something very important to tell you all. We'll be sharing it with you shortly.
Oh my
But thank you
God.
for your prayers.
Oh boy, this is
We're
crazy.
safe. But you know, you're always safe when you're in God's hands.
Welcome, Tasha. First one in the building.
So this is just a quick check-in. We'll see you in a few.
Hello, hello, hello,
Shabbat
hello.
shalom.
Second one in the building. So this is a video I was trying
Ain't
to
that
find
nothing?
of her saying that her husband wanted $1 million for her to
I
get
got the
back her
wrong
business
device.
that they put together. I thought you would want to hear the mass delusion before we started our live.
So I've been suspended from going live on TikTok. I don't know why. Really
Yes,
don't
make
make
sure
much
to hit
sense
that
to
like
me.
button on your way in.
I've also been suspended from going live on Instagram, which also don't make no sense to me.
So now that we got that out the way, I just wanted to say to you guys, please follow the ticker at the bottom. Um, I don't mind people coming up, building with me. I love it. I actually like to talk with my audience. I think that that's the way that I give back and that you give back to me, and that we treat each other as equals. No one's above each other and no one's below each other. But we have to learn how to get up here and speak like we are in public and not in our living rooms. So it says you are more than welcome to come on the platform to talk. However, there is no controversial conversations or cussing allowed. I will immediately mute or drop you from the conversation. Immediately. This behavior is not allowed on YouTube at no time. Nothing personal. They're the rules, and we all are going to follow them. I still love you. So I just wanted to make that clear at the beginning. I don't mind people coming up, but you can't every couple of minutes. Oh, I didn't mean to say that. If you can't control what comes out of your mouth because you get in your emotions because of these people who trigger us when we get into conversation, I'm more than respecting you for not coming up on the platform. This is my job. I wouldn't go to your job and start cussing and carrying on. And I just don't want you to come to mine and do it. One or two slip ups can demonetize my whole channel or my video. I'm not going to allow that. I don't get up here and work for free. There's other channel holders that do that for 4 and 5 hours. That is not me. Life is too short to sit up here and do that to yourself. We're grown. So, anyways, getting into the order of discussion, we're going to talk about Velvet. Then we're going to get into Solar. I believe he's gaslighting. And then we're going to get into Jaguar Wright, because Jaguar Wright's husband was talking to the son and she recorded it. And he was saying, her ex-husband, that he could put her in jail at any time. He was telling the son that, which I don't think that was appropriate because of, from my understanding, he has things going on personally with his life. I don't want to get into that because it's not appropriate. However, I don't think that that was appropriate for the husband to get up. Hey, Cece, hopefully you'll come up on the platform after I get finished running my mouth. I don't think that it was appropriate for him to be talking with his son about his mother. I think that that was putting him in the middle of, chaos. But we're going to get into Velvet first, because that was my first concern, was what Velvet has said. She is entitled to her opinion. She's entitled to do or raise her children the way she wants to raise them. I will put timestamps for people that are in a rush to hear what Velvet had to say. She is right about one thing. People only see a glimpse of our lives when we come on social media. People think just because they talk with us or they might see us on camera that they know us personally. And then they run with the conversation. They run with their opinions. You can only go by what comes out the horse's mouth. It can only be an opinion, or it's allegedly. And a lot of people do that. So that's the only thing that I agreed with when she was talking about you only see a small glimpse of her life. You really don't know how she disciplines or raises her kids. You're only listening to what people are saying. Usually it's someone that had a fallout with her that's saying some of these things. And I get what she's saying. But her explanation for why she allows her children to call other men daddy, I don't understand that. Because I feel like you should not only discipline and make your child understand that you have one father. He might not be in your life, but you can't be going around with every man that I'm sleeping with calling that man your father, because that is not your father. She should be training these kids before she goes online. And if they're not getting it, that's when you as a woman, you get off a line. You don't stay online and people hear the child in the background calling Solar their daddy or whoever else she's dealing with at the time. I don't agree with it. It's just my opinion. I'm not here to badger the girl, because see, Velvet will get up here and tell all her business, and then she'll get up here and act like somebody's victim shaming her. And that's not the case. You put your business out there. You choose to, whenever you get ready, to explain your side of the story. So now it's time for me to explain my side of the story, my position, and how I feel about what she said with that poor explanation of why she allows these children. Well, she's saying she doesn't allow them, but why they're on social media calling different men their daddy. And it's really sad, because growing up, I may not have my father in my life, but I knew who my father was. My mother would have popped me in the mouth if I would have called another man daddy, because my mother would not have went with that. It's alleged that she is pregnant by Solar. She already struggles with 2. I know it. I heard that too, Tasha Robinson. And even with that, until I do my due diligence, even though people are allegedly saying, and I didn't hear it inside of the live stream that Neytiri had did the other day, but allegedly they're saying Neytiri had confirmed that she is. But until I hear it from Velvet's mouth, I'm not gonna run with that narrative, because we all know that we can run with narratives from these ex-carbonation members, and then they can renege and retract the statement and swear up and down they never said it, and try to make you look like a liar. So unless I hear it from blessings to you as well, unless I hear it from Velvet's mouth, and to further notice, it's allegedly. Like you said, and I respect that you said allegedly because we don't know. These people lie all the time and they do it for a bag. They do it for these cash apps and super chats, anything that people are going to give them. When you say the word pregnant, it seems like with carbonation women, they get funding for that. I wish I could say I'm pregnant and get funded for it. As y'all come in, make sure y'all hit the like button. Please hit the like button. This is a live commentary video. I will, towards the end of the live, because I'm quite sure you guys have a lot to say, I will put the link in the description so that you guys can come up like yesterday and we can kick it. I really like talking with you guys. I really enjoy doing that. We just have to be very mindful of what we're saying when we're on these public platforms. We can't be cussing and carrying on and using all this profanity and controversial words, and we got to be respectful to YouTube's platform. I want to hear Vels confirm herself. Me too. Me too. And who to say she's going to keep it? Who's to say exactly? It says the way Janine was torn up on the live, I think she may be telling. Yeah, she probably is, VB. She probably is. But I just, what I'm saying, just to be responsible, to be a responsible content creator, because there has been times I've taken people's word for it. And I'm not saying that the word that I took, they were lying or planting seeds, but wherever they got the information from, they probably knew that they were going to give me the information and they may have lied to that person. And I didn't confirm it. This is in the past. And then, then I get backlash. So I'd rather do my own due diligence. And once I find out and confirm it, then I can tell you whether or not it's true. Yes, I understand completely. So let's listen to what Velvet's excuse for why she, as she puts in the title, allows her, I guess, kids to call men daddy.
And he would try to, make me believe that the women who we were in a polygamous relationship with were to take care of my child, were
A
to do
lot
the
of
motherly things
excuses
that
you're
I
going to
was
hear.
supposed to do for my child. Mind you, I'm already a mother without children. Like, that's who I naturally am. So it didn't set well with me, and we were constantly getting into arguments. And when we would get into these arguments, the women would come and take the child, would take my first child, and I really don't know what they taught her. Like, and that's honest.
That's sad.
So in these moments where we would be done arguing, me and the father, we would be done
That's
arguing,
sad.
and I would have to take time to like recuperate because I'm like so emotionally distressed. It was just a lot going on emotionally and mentally for me. So I would take some time to myself after these arguments, and it wouldn't be extremely long, but I definitely would take time for myself. And he would be bonding with the child from what I knew, or maybe the other women were.
It was long enough that you just said you don't know how your child was being raised. You don't sit there and leave your child to take no break around some people that come from what they call generational curses. Some of them got some, like for example, Kite, he's the type of person you can't even trust around your child. You don't know what could be going on behind closed doors when you're taking your emotional break. If you want to take an emotional break, you should have left carbonation and got away from Natureboy even sooner, so that your child would not be right now calling another man or every man that's in your life daddy.
And I don't know what he taught her, but what I do know is that he made
She don't
himself
know
very
what he taught
prevalent
her.
in her life. He made it known to her that he was her father, that he loved her, that I believe he pretty much love bombed her. So by the time
Love bombed his
Eliana
own
got to a
kid.
point where she could talk,
That's the wrong word.
all she was talking about was her dad. She would always ask me about her dad, especially if we would leave and then we would go back and then we would leave. Eliana been through all of that with me. So she would ask me about her dad, and you know, I would have to share certain information with her so that she could understand, so that she wouldn't, be confused about why, we weren't having him or her father in our lives. And so a lot of me telling her about her father, resonated with her. And
I'm gonna tell you something. I know Velvet's trying to explain to the public what's going on with, little Ileana, and her being the one calling the men that come into Velvet's life, daddy. I just hope. Let me just say this. I was gonna say something else. I just hope that she's got a leash on this, because she's gonna grow up thinking that that is the way it's supposed to be in life. And then she's going to have children. They're going to do the same thing. And her children might not be that lucky. And, because, women are meeting men every day and they're violating, these little ones. These women are, just wanting to have a man in their life because they're lonely, just to say that they have a man. And they're not realizing the man might not even be there for you. They might be there for the little one. And they're trying to sit there and love bomb you to get to your little one. And if you don't nip this history, situation, because this is a pattern of behavior, history is going to repeat itself. So I hope that, she has to understand. You can explain to a stranger, which is us, all day long about why little Eliana does that. But you need to keep pounding that in her head, not ours. Because you don't care at the end of the day, really, how we feel. Because soon as you get back with Solar, as soon as you got a new man, you'll be telling us to go to you know what. So, don't act like you owe us an explanation, because you don't. It's on your conscience that, people in the community talking about how she shouldn't be doing that. And you know better. So you're trying to clean it up because it's making you look bad. As y'all come in the room, make sure y'all hit the like button.
because we were so isolated in carbonation, we were around like
Excuses,
other people
excuses,
for a
excuses.
while. So when we actually went back home to my family, she called my dad. She would call my brother's dad. She would call random people dad. Like she didn't know the difference
Hey,
between
Yolanda.
one man being her dad than another man being her dad. Like she didn't comprehend that.
That's why
She
you
just
can't have a
wanted
whole
her
bunch of
dad.
men
You
around
see,
your
so
child.
I would be very emotionally like stressed out about that, because like there's no way that you could tell a 2-year-old,
Nothing but
like you
excuses,
probably won't
exactly.
ever be able to see your dad again without,
Thank you, sweetie.
like it's a sticky and hard situation to deal with. So, I had to then and therefore teach Eliana. And it wasn't just the men. Like Eliana would call other people mama, but then I started to teach her, I'm your mom, that's your dad, and that's it. And this is your grandpa, this is your uncle,
Trifling.
this is
Exactly.
XYZ. So now at that point,
We may
Eliana's like
not know.
maybe 2.5, maybe, and she understands the difference between mom, dad, auntie,
That's true,
grandpa,
Cece.
mama, right? But now she's correlating auntie, like anybody who's young looking or younger in a younger bracket, if they look young to her, she's immediately.
No, what she should be correlating who her family is, where her safe place is. Don't be coordinating, because see, aunties or even people with gray hair that you call nana, those people can do things to your children too. So you need to have her with family that you trust, safe place, around safe people that she knows. Not everybody that you bring around her. And if the person got gray hair, then that's Nana. Because Nana could be a violator. Let's just say that. So let's not, make names for what when people come around. If they look like this is why she's calling them that. You need to let her know you stay out of grown folks' face. And if you don't know these people, if I have not identified them as your family members, someone that you could be safe around, who maybe babysit you or something like that, you don't need to be up in their face. You don't need to be calling them no nicknames. You need to sit down like a little child and to stay in the child's place. That's it.
Immediately calling them TT. Like, because Eliana has a level of respect.
Exactly. Confusing the baby.
I raised Eliana to have a level of respect. So when she sees adults and they're
Thank
younger
you,
looking, if it's a
𝗪𝗔𝗧.
woman, she'll immediately call them TT. You see, she doesn't.
Yep.
She's just very respectful
Never
how she
heard calling
approaches
another
adults.
man dad.
If she sees an older woman, she'll immediately call them mama. Like if they have gray hair or whatever, she'll call them mama.
Exactly.
And
The
it's
baby's
like
gonna be confused.
I'm seeing from a child's perspective that she's just correlating identical physical features that are correlating with the word auntie, grandma. Like this is how aunties look.
If you and see, listen, her kids are around her majority of the time. They're not stupid. If they hear that the mother's always got something for something to make herself look good or to get herself out of something so nobody got nothing to say about her, they're going to grow up saying, well, if something does happen to me with this man over here that's supposed to be her boyfriend, I'm not even going to tell her because she's going to make an excuse up for it. And it's going to get way out of hand. And she's gonna grow up pattern of behavior, doing it with her kids. No kid in that family tree going forth is gonna be safe when you have a mother always making up excuses for stuff that you got a little child doing that's grown. They're being grown and they need to sit down. Sit them down.
This is how grandmas look. This is how grandpas look. So
Got it twisted.
when she would see an older man, if he had gray on his beard or whatever, if he was older, she would call them papa, And so every time that would happen in my life.
And usually when you see an older man and she's a child and you see a man with gray hair, that means you can sit on Papa's lap too, like he's Santa Claus. You see what I'm saying? She can't sit there and say that. Well, she's identifying these people as X, Y, and Z because that's how she can get herself when her mother is laying up somewhere. She could get herself into something she can't get herself out of. Because why? She's a child. And her mother ain't nowhere to be found because she's laying up somewhere because her mother's talking about she's identifying this person as that.
I would stop her and I would teach her who the person is. And Eliana has a very clear understanding of who people are in her life. You guys don't get to see that. You guys, that's like in the windows of my life. But I make sure that Eliana knows who people are, and I make sure that I tell her
Angel.
to stay close to me. That's why she's always with me. But you guys wouldn't know that because that's not recorded. So I understand why you guys have this disposition online. Like, you just let your child do whatever. But you guys literally caught small moments that were literally this big, and you blew it up this big. Because after that small little moment, there were other things that happened that you guys have no idea about. So that's why I don't really.
You gonna mess around, be on the Steve Wilkos show, talking about you want that man to take a lie detector test because you want to make sure he ain't did nothing to your little one. Girl, bye.
Get too caught up into like feeling some type of way about people saying these things about me, because at the end of the day, I know you guys don't have other details about the situation to come to a fair and a fair judgment about the situation. So the first time you guys ever heard Eliana call someone dad was when I was in Puerto Rico.
Here she goes explaining herself.
In fact, getting a protection order on her biological
Hi,
dad
Mitchell.
because he was fleeing from state to state, country to country, so that I wouldn't be so that I wouldn't be able to have an address on him to usher a protection order to keep me and
Get
Eliana
to
safe.
why that
So
man
there
was
was a
doing what he
sequence
was
of events
doing.
that happened where, and I was pregnant with Aviana at the time. I literally had to go to Puerto Rico, get a protection order, do all of these different things, and protect myself in the process. The men that was around me, I'm sorry guys, I'm kind of stuffled up, but
It
the
sounds
men,
like it.
the men that was around me at the time, those men protected me. Whether I had relationships with them or not, that's not the point. The point
But
is that
was your
they
little one
protected
protected?
me from the infiltration of Eliana's biological
Exactly,
dad. That was a
Monica.
very abusive. So that I am grateful for, because without those men in place, it would have probably been worse. Her dad tried to break into the house that I was in,
We already
and
sorry.
this all at the same time. This is the reason why I'm getting a protection order on him. So long story short, one guy in particular,
She said
all of
all
the
of this
other women, like
yesterday.
the women that were there, they were not even like trying to help. They weren't even like aware. Like they just were like out of it. So one guy stepped up and he was like, "Listen."
You notice when people have excuses for everything, they never involve themselves. It's like they don't never do nothing wrong. It's always the other parties. It's never them. I don't know if you noticed that. Put a Y in the chat. When you get a person that got an excuse for everything, it's never them. They don't involve themselves in the situation not one time. It's always everybody else. I don't know if you noticed that, but I noticed that.
I can help you. I'll be able to, usher you here and there. I'll be able to protect you because I'm pregnant at the time. Like I have a bump. So like he sees everything that's going on and I'm like, all right, cool. Mind you, the police is there also because I want them calling the police. I locked me and Eliana in the bathroom. I want them calling the
Oh boy.
police,
Victim.
whatever. And the police is like, sees the severity of the situation, because not only is Eliana's biological dad trying to break an entry into the home to
Oh boy.
harass me and do whatever he feels like he needs to do because he feels like he has ownership of me. He also has the other cult members standing outside the house talking to me like, you need to let her have her dad in her life. And I'm like, bro, y'all getting abused too. Like, so it was like a whole posse, a whole mob against me and my baby while I'm pregnant. And I'm like, what's crazy? So
Yeah, but that was your
fast
family at
forward,
one point in time.
the specific guy, he
The
goes into the
violins,
police car with
exactly.
me. I let the police know that this is a very dangerous situation. I'm gonna need this guy here at least to help, when you guys are not around. So me and that guy, we actually were friends, and we decided to move to another part of Puerto Rico
You
because it
was
was
more than
so
just
much
friends.
drama. It was too much, So me and him pulled our resources together, and we were able to protect
Oh, they'll
ourselves
not just
and the
say.
child that was present at the time from all of that stuff, in the process
Yep.
of me getting the protection order. So when me and this guy who was going through that together, Eliana was around him, and I never left my child around him unsupervised.
Oh,
I don't remember
really?
this one particular live where you guys may have thought that I let him bathe her or something like that,
That's what it looked like.
but that's not the case. What actually happened was the fact that he turned on the water to rinse off whatever it was that she
Exactly.
had got dirty because she pooped. I was potty training her at this time. She pooped on the floor and she stepped
Loud
in
and
it.
wrong.
And so I went to get the wipes. I wiped her, and he was like, I'll help you because you're live. So he went to go pick up the poop. He noticed that she stepped in it. So he turned on the water so that he could rinse her feet off.
What happened to, oh, I got to get off live. My little one just stepped in poop. What happened to that? What happened to that? Why does somebody that this little one did never seen in her life have to wipe something off that you could have just got off alive and did? You don't owe us no explanation. You're not no A-list celebrity. We're not going to miss you if you leave and have to come back to explain this drama that you came over there to Puerto Rico to start because you were mad that Natureboy wouldn't go monogamy, and he wants to say polygamy, and he kept lying to you, making you think he wanted monogamy. So you want to put restraining orders and all kind of stuff. We would have been just fine waiting for you to come back on live after you took care of your little one. Just like if your little one's hungry and they need a bottle, get off alive, feed your little one, and then come back on live. Put them to sleep and then come back on live. That's what a good mother does.
But this wasn't on camera. You guys weren't there for this particular moment. And I guess like in the midst of that or something,
She sure did.
Eliana called him dad or whatever. But I didn't address it at that moment because I was already doing something. So when the cameras went off, you know, mind you, Eliana had never called him anything at that point. Like she didn't know, like she didn't call him anything. You see what I'm saying? She only knew mommy. So
hey JT,
after that situation was over, you know, and stuff like that, she did call him daddy again. But I sat there with her in front of him. I sat there with her and I let her know this is his name, this is who he is. Your dad is XYZ. And she was like, oh, okay. So then she starts to call him his name. But this wasn't on camera. So you
that's
guys
BS.
never got to see that footage. You
Because
guys
she
never,
was calling
you know, this is
Solar
details
daddy.
that you guys don't know about.
Put a
So
Y in the
moving
chat if you
forward, anybody that I had come
say
into
about Solar.
contact with after that I've dated, like Aviana's father, Eliana wasn't around him that much to even be like daddy. You see what I'm saying? So she doesn't even have a connection with Aviana's dad to be able to have called him dad or whatever the case may be. Her dad.
Let
like,
me tell you something. I only played a good, and this may seem like it was longer, a good 6 minutes of that hour and whatever minute video she did. Because see, I don't got time for excuses. You know what I'm saying? Excuses are like, you know what? And we all have them. I'm not buying it. Cause see, it's excuses and people always having them can rub off on you. I can't be around someone that got an excuse and an answer for everything. I just can't be around anybody that does that. Now I want to show you something before I show you the cuckoo bird. Lord forgive me for saying it. Jaguar Wright and her ex-husband threatening to throw her back in jail for child support. She owes like $16,000. Before I show you that, I want to show you what I consider, and this is my opinion, gaslighting. And I feel like maybe right now they may not be together, and this is why Solar wants to act like he wants to be involved in his child's life, and he puts this up. To me, it was corny. I didn't look at it like, oh, he's doing the fatherly thing. I think that he's doing it for attention. So I'm going to show you something real quick. This is how I feel, is my opinion. Some people might say, well, you know, he might not be doing right by Neytiri, but you know, that was the right thing for him to do, was to put this link up. But no, I feel like you flip-flop. You use people at your convenience. And that's not what we do. So I went on to his site. And I hope you guys can see it. And I clicked on this link here. I just had noticed it. It was at the bottom. I'm going to make the screen bigger because I don't know if I'll be able to click onto the site and you see what I'm talking about. It's an Amazon link to a baby's registration. I said to myself, for someone not even concerned about even having a baby with Neytiri, you didn't have that link that I remember on your site. Just recently, allegedly, you and Velvet broke up, but you could just be doing it just to get relevant again. Nothing, you didn't care nothing about Neytiri being pregnant. If anything, you were saying how crazy it would be if, but in a good way, if Velvet was pregnant. But now you want to have a baby registry. So I'm wondering, yeah, it's Janae's baby registry, actually. I was going to say, is this her baby registry? I don't know if you can see it. I clicked on it. See, let me see if y'all can see it. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the baby. Let me see if I can share that. I don't think I can. Yeah, I can actually. Let me go here. So let's see Janae's baby registry. But I find it to be just corny because you know you're not being real. You know what I'm saying? You're playing on you're playing with people's emotions, and you're doing it at your own convenience. You know, you're doing it so that if you have to fall back on Neytiri, you'll be able to do it after, Velvet uses you up. So this is her baby registry. She got some cute little things. She wanted a rocking chair, a little high chair and all this other stuff. Typical stuff that people get for, babies. Clothes, the little clothes. The nasal cleaner. She wants the dresser and, the whole setup. You know what I'm saying? Looks like Pampers. The wipes. All the wipes. She wants all this stuff. Oh, she wants all these cute little blanket sets and all kind of stuff for the baby. So, I mean, I'm quite sure this can go on and on and on and on. We're not going to go on and on and on and on. But I'm going to tell you something. Solar is trifling. Solar is trifling. Let me go to these comments here so I can let y'all know I'm not paying y'all no attention. I do see them. I just was on that Amazon site. But Solar is trying to, and I feel like this. Put the link on your site to remind yourself all the things that you need to get for your child. You laid up and had her. You shouldn't be having no baby registry with a bunch of strangers. I can see with your family and associates or around your neighborhood, people you know, but you should not be, every time you people have babies, putting up baby registries thinking that people are supposed to support you. Because half those baby registries are up there because they cannot afford to be having these kids that they're laying up having. And they want, just like they want you to take care of them, they want you to take care of them kids. And I'm not taking care of nobody's kids. Now, I have no problem if somebody's hungry, feeding them. So some people might say you wrong, you dead wrong. Call me wrong, dead wrong. But stop laying up having these kids from these deadbeat fathers, and you have to put these baby registries up and have strangers sending you packages to help you take care of your child. Because Solar only put that link up there because that's something he can't do, and he's probably not going to do. Because if he's fighting with Velvet right now, that's temporary. And it's going to stay temporary. And he'll be right back with her as soon as she gets ready to let him back over there. It's sad. It is sad. That's why it's not even about him even trying to appease Neytiri. Oh, Solar put the bridal link up on his site so his followers can see it and, buy stuff for the baby. No, he did it so that people can do the job he should be doing. He didn't do it for you or because he's thinking about the well-being of the child or for you, Neytiri. He did it because he can't afford to buy all that stuff that he needs. Mic drop. Exactly, JT. I'm trying to tell you. So that's why I feel like he's gaslighting a little bit. I think he's trying to get, people to feel bad for him, to help him out because he's about to have a kid. He broke, busted, and disgusted, laying up here having these kids, ain't got no money to take care of them, and they're all going to be in the system like they all are now because all these carbonation men that have laid up and had kids. All these women, they're on welfare and getting food stamps and all kind of stuff now because these men don't have jobs. They don't believe in working. And you're laying up here with these men and they ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. Now we're about to get on to Jaguar Wright. Now, this to me is very inappropriate. I know that Jaguar Wright's son, forgive me for saying this, I'm going to say this as respectful as I possibly can. You know, he has issues going on. And I think that it's very inappropriate that Jaguar Wright got on to that call and said what she said. The man was talking to his son. She should have stayed out of that. She took it to another level. Of course, I edited it because I'm not going to have that trash on my channel because she went totally to the left. You're going to be able to hear in her son's voice that he seemed to be okay. And then he started stuttering like he was nervous because his mother was having a fit, like it was about her. She's another one that needs to get an act together because honestly, her son needs her. I don't know about Goomba, but her son needs her. And if she's in jail, she's not going to be able to take care of that child. The father's going to end up having to help take care of his son because she's going to either be in a mental ward or in jail or 6 feet under because people are tired of her. And I hate to say that. I don't wish that on nobody. But you can't keep doing dirt to people and not thinking that dirt ain't going to be thrown back on you. So let's listen to what she had to say.
Have to do is just tell the police down there, here is the debt that she owes, and they lock up people for child support. I purposely don't do that because I'm trying to do things to have your mother arrested. If your mother was going to help, she would have helped.
She owes $16,000.
And as I explained to her, the payments.
What's up? What you doing?
If she paid,
This is crazy.
You talking to your dad?
Yeah.
Oh, happy belated birthday, Sam.
You don't want to talk to her at all.
Wasn't your birthday yesterday, Sam?
I'm talking to Deuce, Jackie.
I know, I'm just saying happy belated birthday.
Thank you very much. So Deuce, back to what I
You
was saying.
getting old now? You what, 47?
She's a mess.
Deuce, so
Hello?
I'm having a conversation with Deuce. He called me.
Well, I know, but he's with me. And we're about to have breakfast.
Nice. All right, so
We're busy today. He's got a lot of work to do.
She's a trip.
Okay. So again, he called me to have a conversation.
Well, I mean, I know. I'm just saying that, you know, we're sitting here. I just brought breakfast in. We're hungry. We've been on the road traveling.
Yeah,
and he has to get ready to be on set in 3 hours.
She's a triggerer. That's her name, triggerer.
So just, do you want to have a conversation with me? Do you want me to have a conversation with your mother? Which one is it?
Well, I don't see what the problem is. We're both sitting here.
We can, all three of us can still talk, right?
He said, right?
I don't have a need to talk to your mom about anything.
Well, I mean, that's fine. We don't have to talk to you either. We need to eat, we need to get showered, we need to get dressed, and he has to be to work at 3 p.m.
Okay, so is he getting compensated for his work?
Well, right now he's interning. They're teaching him film production, and they're also teaching him music production. He's going to be working on the music and the film side, but today he has to be on set because he's going to be monitoring a very important interview that the guys are doing. You know, they believe him. They think he's amazing.
Guess who she's saying about to give her a contract? Listen up, guys. Listen up. It's about to come up soon. Y'all gonna fall on the floor.
They saw his artwork. He started scoring his cartoons, and they want to nurture it. And the truth is, considering that Mark Cuban is thinking about investing in the company.
Does anyone know who Mark Cuban is? If you don't know who he is, you know him at least from Shark Tank. I know him, you know, from when I used to look at the Kim Kardashians. He owns a basketball team. He's a billionaire. I think he's worth $2.5 billion. She's trying to say Mark Cuban. Let's go back a little bit. Mark Cuban, a billionaire.
Cartoons, and they want to nurture it. And the truth is, considering that Mark Cuban is thinking about investing in the company, the smartest place for.
Why would Mark Cuban, maybe it's true. Why would Mark Cuban want to invest in her company? As messy as she is, that would look bad for business for a billionaire to invest in Jaguar Wright's company with her dysfunctional husband.
For him to be right now would be in real life. Because once that endowment comes in, he's going to be able to secure a job once he makes it through the training process. I mean, he has what, like 5 different cameras you have to learn now, and then you have to do audio stuff.
In the meantime, you ready to have a conversation with this? You can.
I'm sorry, you sound so uncomfortable.
I am.
Why?
Down and trying to rest right now.
Yeah, but why are you so uncomfortable? Your son is. We're sitting here telling you that he just scored one of the hottest internships, period, by a company that's running YouTube right now, and you can't even congratulate him.
You just said that. He called me and asked me for advice.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, are you going to wish him congratulations?
With that being the case, I'm going to get back to my conversation with him.
Okay, I'm just saying, don't you think a congratulations is in order?
She goes to the left in a minute, guys. You guys wait.
And we can have
That's fine. I'm good. I'm going into the bathroom. You guys let me know when you're ready to have breakfast.
Okay.
So again, son, you called me and you asked me for advice. I don't need to be blindsided about your mother. The reality is you need to still either do one of 2 things. If you're going to do an internship, you need to also set yourself up to have an education at the same time, which means you need to put yourself in school, or you need to work that's going to bring income in so that you can cover your responsibilities that you've created. Back to what you said, your mom agreed to do these things. Your mom was supposed to pay support in which to get you through the time frame from 16 to age 18. That support was never paid.
Nope.
Your mom is in debt to the state, $16,000, and that $16,000 would then go into. I've agreed to have that $16,000 that she pays to the state.
Don't forget to tell your dad about the car I just bought you. Don't forget to tell him about your car.
All right.
She claims she bought him a car. I don't know how true it is. She may have. I don't know. But we're hearing it from the horse's mouth.
All right.
So that money will go towards your college.
By the way, that car costs $22,000.
So
are you gonna? Did you buy him a car? I just bought him a car. It cost $22,000. That sounds like that's what about 6? That sounds like that's about. And having a car isn't a priority.
Again, take me off of sneaker juice.
Having a car, you know what? He sat here telling you all this good news, and all you can tell him is that he owes you money. You want to sit there and you want to talk to 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗖𝗛 about getting rid of me. Rebecca told me everything. Rebecca told me everything, dumb.
She went off.
He has an internship with a hot company on YouTube. He has a brand new car, and guess what? You done none of that for him. So you go back to 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗪 and you call him to tell him all this good news, and all he can tell you is that you owe him. Matter of fact, why don't you go back and let your mom keep playing with you? Sam, guess what? I just recorded that whole conversation. Welcome to the circus. They're trying to keep getting me arrested. Welcome to the circus. Everybody gonna hear.
That lady is not well. That lady is
not well. Have your
She's not well, and it's so sad how she put that boy in the middle of that conversation. That man was being a man. He was having a conversation with his son. You really see men like that with their child, and it was an intimate moment, and you had to destroy it because everything you come around, you destroy. and then you want to record it so that it ends up on YouTube and Twitter and all these other places. That ain't what was recorded that you guys listened to. We should not have heard that. That was inappropriate. And that had to deal with her do with her son and something intimate between father and son, and you put that on social media and exposed it. So what makes anybody think that she would not expose you? People kill me that are going around here talking about pray for Jaguar Wright. But she's exposing an intimate conversation between father and son. And that man is talking to his son, and she's sitting up there acting a fool. I'm gonna put a link inside of the chat if y'all would like to come up and speak your piece. Please do so. But also read the banner at the bottom of this live stream. Please, it can't be, you cuss and, I'm sorry. Be mindful of what you say before you say it. We can't talk about no controversial stuff because YouTube is cracking down. I don't need no issues on my platform. I love when y'all come up and we build. If you want to come up and build, we can build. Other than that, I won't be on here that much longer. You know how I do. So you're more than welcome. I put the link in the description. I don't know. Yeah, you should be able to see it. Make sure y'all hit that like button. And like I said, it's really sad that that lady did that. That was dead wrong. It's dead wrong. I wanted to hear from you guys because I get to the point at the end of the lives. I get tired of reading the comments. I like to just listen to what you have to say verbally out your mouth. But see, I left the best for last, and I don't mean the best for last, being funny. I'm saying it as in I left the best for last because I'm letting you guys know it don't matter who you are. If there's something that Jaguar Wright can bring to the social media that's going to bring attention to her and give her a bag, that's what she's going to do. And it don't make a difference if it's her child or the father of her child or a bond that he's having with his father. She's going to sabotage it. And it's sad. This don't make no sense. This don't make no sense how people up here carrying on, running all their business, ready to go to jail, going into police stations, ready to go back to jail or back to a psych ward for a bag. You supposed to be a millionaire talking about, let me let you listen to this again. Talking about that, let me let y'all listen to this. Because this is sounding delusional too. Listen to this.
Ain't that nothing? I got the wrong device. So I've been suspended from going live on TikTok. I don't know why.
She don't know why.
Really don't make much sense to me. I've also been suspended from going live on Instagram, which also don't make no sense to me. My husband has stolen Philadelphia TV.
Wow.
And is now asking me for $1 million to return
$1 million.
So I can go back to work. So right now I'm just on YouTube and I'm doing a post on TikTok. I guess I'm just going to have to kill it on Reels this weekend.
Oh, wow. You don't get paid on Reels?
Me and my son and my goddaughter, 𝗪𝗔𝗧, have something very important to tell you all. We'll be sharing it with you shortly. But thank you for your prayers. We're safe. But you're always safe when you're in God's hands.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I thought that I had my mute button on. You couldn't hear me. And
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you. How you doing?
so
Thanks for having me up.
yes, I'm saying when I had put the link in, did you hear what I was saying when I was talking about people are
Oh, you
welcome
said
to come
nothing
up?
controversial. Read the bottom
Yeah,
of
okay,
the
okay. So
ticker.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, you did hear it.
I know. I understand that. I do.
No reason why I said that because when I flipped over to her with that he owes her she needs to give him 1 million, all that other stuff. It looked like it had the mute on. So I said I hope it wasn't muting the whole time when I was explaining that people could come up, but long as they ain't cussing and carrying on. So you heard it then. So okay, but go ahead, sis. Go ahead. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Just got back in from some errands. But thanks for having me up. I just wanted to come up and say thank you so much for your commentary on Velvet situation and this situation. I just have a problem. And people know I've trolled Jag. I've criticized her. I've done videos. I do pray for her because I think she's definitely in a spiral.
Right.
And I'm just concerned it's going to affect people around her. And now that I'm hearing, because I heard about this conversation, but I didn't hear it. Right. And so hearing it for the first time on your show, I'm like, wait a minute. I've heard, as a teacher, I've heard these things with students who are middle school, elementary. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, this is a severe manipulation tactic, that some parents use to manipulate and make the other parent seem like a bad person, so they can take the court or something that they can then, use later on. And I feel like this is her idea. Okay, I'm gonna push, Sam Jr. away from Sam Sr. And so like her just coming in there and saying, "Oh, you ready for breakfast? Oh, you talking to your dad?" You knew he was talking to your dad. You knew he was talking. It might have been her own idea for it to be on speakerphone.
She recorded. No, listen.
Yeah,
that was her recording. That was not the boy.
Yeah, this is her recording.
Right.
And then then it was gets me. She even told them, "Oh yeah, I'm recording this." And I'm like, "So you invaded their privacy? Now you're telling them you're invading their privacy?"
Yep. And don't care.
And I'm just like, ma'am. And then she said she bought him a car, but last night on the other content creators chat, she said she was going to buy him a car. So which one is it?
But listen, that's why I say I like to hear from the horse's mouth before I go running with something. But you heard her say it right there. She bought him a car, $22,000. She was trying to say that because the ex-husband saying he could get her locked up because she owes him $16,000. She's trying to say she basically paid more than $16,000 because she bought him the $22,000 car. She's trying to make it make sense. It's funny. It is funny. It's just don't make
no
sense.
Say
CC is crazy, girl.
Hey, CC.
It's like make it make sense, honey.
It won't.
It never won't. But you know what though? She got people that be gaslighting her. They act like they're her friend and cool with her. And they're doing that for content, not knowing as long as she put her business out there, anybody can use her for content. You ain't got to be kissing her, kissing up to her to get content. It's out there.
Do you think she tells her friends and her family members different stories?
No, they know because they be around.
Or do you think no? Because I've had a friend we would all get I had a friend. She would talk to all of us, but we would never get the whole truth. We just got a part. And it wasn't until we all were together and we started talking about her. And they were like, "Oh, she told me this. Oh, she told me that." And then we all started putting it together "Oh,
she's lying."
You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to wonder if she's telling everybody different things. And if they all were in a room and then got the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? I'm wondering if she's, because I know she's mentally ill, but I also wonder if she's a narcissist. And narcissists tend to have wear masks.
Ooh, child.
Well, no,
I,
yeah,
And
I
she's
they
wonder.
definitely that. She's definitely
and
that.
then they also are very manipulative.
Mm-hmm.
And they do a thing called love bombing, and they bring it back, then they take a little bit part of it away to be manipulative. And they make it so that other people think someone else is the enemy. That's why
Right.
she's always saying, "Oh, it's Rock Nation. Oh, it's this, it's that." And I'm just like,
Well,
wait,
we were
are
listening
we
to
in a
Velvet do the
reality
same thing.
show? Is this
Yeah.
a skit? Or are you
Mhm.
really like, okay? I just, yeah.
But let me just say this to you. I was just saying that about Velvet. I said, and I said in general, don't you notice every time people like that want to blame somebody, it's never them. It's always everybody else. They don't even involve themselves in it. It's always the other person. It's never them. They're the victims. They're the ones trying to make it make sense, and nobody else around them is. Yeah, I'm telling you, like you said, they're narcissists and they believe their own lies and they live with themselves. They think everything that they're doing is okay. Just like when she went to the police station the other day and got arrested. She thought that was okay. She went in there and did that. When she left out, she talked about that like she was a victim too.
And then she went in there. She kept saying, "Oh, I'm gonna make a report against her husband, who she said took, the business laptop, all the, access to, I guess, the accounts." And then soon as she got in there, she started looking around and started talking about some man named Officer Ramirez. And I'm just like, wait a
She
minute,
clowned
what
him.
happened? But she has the nerve to say, "Oh, it's all Shauna Lewis' fault." Shauna Lewis did not tell you to go in there and say that stuff to those people. We saw her get arrested inside a police station live.
Yep. Went in there.
You went in there yourself by yourself.
Yep, she went in there by herself and told her she was going to do it before she did it.
Yeah. Did you see the video she did before that when she was in the Jamaica restaurant?
Oh yeah, when she was talking about CC talk about it. She tried to do some things for some food. Not no
that
change.
man didn't even want it. He said, "Here, just take it."
He said,
"I don't want it. Here, take
get on out of here." Something he was saying to her.
Yeah, he said, "Get on out here." Here.
Yeah, go on. He said, "You go on now." That was so funny. Yeah, she doing. I don't know what's going on with her. Cece, what you got to say? Cece, what you got to say?
I just been chilly. Girl, I can't. I'm trying to but I can't.
She said, "I can't. I just can't."
No, I don't know, man. Like this. I'm just at this point. Somebody just, Lord.
Do you think that her and her husband are really broke up though?
That man ought to get tired of getting beat on, and she trying to get him killed and all of that.
Yeah, that's true.
He already told her, "You trying to call the cops?" And then wasn't it a story about him having a
pum?
No, but it was one about they thought it was that, but it was his phone, and he thought he was gonna get
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gotta be careful with her. She'll get you jammed up.
And then the second time she was like, "Oh, he whipped me," and we were all like, "Don't she show us everything she does on here? How come we don't
Why
see
did she show
the
that?
video of him doing that? Why we don't see no bruises?"
That's the same thing I said. Bruises. I have fell off a little workout machine, and that bruise been there for like 2 weeks. So
no,
they don't go away.
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm just saying, girl, they don't go away that quick.
But not only that, if you look at her face doesn't look like there's a scratch on it. So for somebody that's getting, whooped down, DV, she don't look like she's getting DV to me. I don't buy it.
And if you remember the barbershop incident when she there's a video where we see it from her, like point of view or someone else's point of view. It might have been Solar filming it. We see her swing at him first.
Yep, and then it looked like he hooked off on her and then went after Solar.
Yeah. So I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah, there's some.
And then she
wanted
she tried to threaten him to get him back, and I'm like, why would he come back to that?
I don't.
Talk so bad about his family, about him, and
I
you
believe
expect him to come back?
I believe he would go back though.
I'm praying he don't.
If he does, that's on him.
He has a
I don't
look in
feel
his
sorry
eyes.
for anything after that.
Listen, he has a look in his eyes like he looks tired, like I don't know, like he's not getting no sleep. And I don't know. I just have a gut feeling he's gonna go back. That's just my
Please don't go back, Goomba. Please don't.
But like it goes to where I was saying earlier, you cannot put things out here on the internet for the world to see and then get upset because people have negative things to say.
Right. Can't do it.
Just like with Velvet. No, we don't know your life. But what you put out here, girl, it's a mess.
Talk about it. Not only that, if you don't put it out there, nobody can say anything.
And that's what I'm saying. Like they kill me with it. Like, oh, mind your business, but you putting your business out here.
Yep, putting your business all out there.
That's why I grab my popcorn and I just chill.
Girl, I know a lot of people do. This is like people probably turned off their cable and said, "This I don't need cable."
You really don't.
I haven't watched Hulu or Netflix or Disney Plus. I've been on here watching this.
You've been right on. I know that's right because this is right. And is it just me? It's like because once I get off of here, I might look around, surf around, but I don't be seeing all those videos until the next day with Jaguar Wright acting up. Hold on,
because
sis.
she usually goes on. She usually does her thing.
Sis,
sorry,
sis. Please, this is my girl here, Michelle. Michelle, keep tone it down with the the words. Please.
Hello, everyone. No, listen, SL, I'm not that bad now.
Well, listen, put it like this. I got something on yellow right now. And I said, ooh.
Really?
Gosh. Yeah, and that's why I got that banner down here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop muting people. I'm going to drop them. They come back up. But it's going to remind them, I just said a word I shouldn't have said. But please, I'm not up here working for free.
Okay.
I know there's people be up here 4 or 5 hours working for free, but that's them. But not me, honey. I'm trying to pay bills over here.
Well, I just tuned in, so I'm late.
I know you're late. I know you're late.
But I was gonna DM you earlier today because I wanted to know. Forget about Jaguar. What's her name? Velvet.
Velvet, yeah.
So I was on. I don't know if did you listen to the Tea last night?
No.
The Tea was on for like 5 hours last night.
I didn't even know the Tea was on live last night.
She was on live last night, and it so happened to be that a lady. I wrote the name down. Did I write that name down? She is who she came on because the T had Janelle on. Janae or Janelle. She had her on. She was on live.
Mm-hmm.
And she was talking about all what she had talked about on her live.
Okay.
And then a lady came up on the came up on the panel, and she was talking, like saying something to Janelle, and then people in the chat started saying that the lady who was talking is the lady who Velvet is staying with, Velvet and the kids.
Oh,
so
in California?
I don't know where, if it's in California or not. I don't know.
Okay.
So Janae asked the lady, and she said yes. Velvet is staying with her. I think Solar was there as well, but Solar went back home to his mother. Yeah.
Wait,
what? So they're in California then. So when you said that they're in California then.
I guess.
But Miss Michelle, I'm sorry, Miss Michelle. She was staying with the lady in California, but then
She's
her and
staying
that
there
lady
now.
fell
She's
out.
still there.
There's a
She's
new lady
right.
in Texas she's staying with. That's
well. It must
Genesis.
be the lady in
Jeez.
Texas because
DJ Genesis. Yeah, she's the one that kicked
yes,
out.
yes, that's her
She
name.
kicked out.
She kicked out
She kicked
Jaguar
out.
out the house.
What's her name?
Jaguar out the house.
She kicked out Jaguar.
Mm-hmm.
And now all of a sudden, allegedly, Velvet's staying there.
Velvet is staying there, and
There's a
she was.
video of when Jag got out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
They're all at looks like DJ Genesis' house, and we can hear someone talking, and then Legina let it slip and said, "Hey, Velvet," and they were talking, and then Jag was
Oh,
like, "Be quiet." But then after that, the cat was out of the bag, and then
yes.
Jag made a whole video talking about for the love of Velvet. Yeah, so Velvet and the kids are over there at DJ
Over
Genesis'
there.
house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
Shaka
I
was
don't know
over
why.
there.
Yep, Shaka. I know Shaka was over there. I seen him with his baby.
Because she said that she knew Jaguar for 9 years now. Like she's been knowing Jaguar for 9 years now or something like that.
Okay.
But she
Fix it,
said Jaguar,
Jesus. Ugh.
she had told Jaguar, I think, to go, like they was gonna take her to some guy, like somebody that do, their kind of thing that they're into,
Yeah.
to get a bath or whatever. I don't know. And Jaguar
and
refused to go.
she went off on her.
Yeah, it was a spiritual
Yes.
bath, right?
Right, a spiritual
Yes.
bath. Yeah.
A spiritual bath.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember that. I heard
Everybody
about
has to stay with somebody. All these grown people
Yep.
don't have their own, at least an
No,
apartment.
she had her own. She had her own, but she gave it all away and the furniture. She was living in Ohio, and she
The
left.
furniture too.
She left.
Lord
She
have
had a section.
mercy.
That girl had a Section 8 and gave the Section 8 back and went and moved. Okay, she
Mm-hmm.
tried to move with Yahken. When he found out some stuff about her, he put her in a trap house, is what I call it.
Yep.
And then,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's when
With his
she ended up
dogs.
right with the cats.
Cats, right. With his
Right.
cats.
And that's when she ended up with that girl that got that nice little mansion. And I can't think of her name. And she was staying with her not even a week. They had a fallout because they had like a GoFundMe going on and everything.
Oh yes, I think for women
to help women,
to help women, right?
Once a month, couple of families. Then they had a fallout. Now she's over, like you said, where Jaguar was staying at. I guess Texas. So, honey, this is the pump.
And Janae looked like she was going, like she was losing it last night because.
For real? I gotta go look at that video.
Yeah, you got to. And the T put it out there that nobody better not use her content. She don't. They can't.
Well, I don't
W.
use it. I don't worry about it.
You know what's his name usually, but I guess they're going at it. They're back and forth in court.
Yeah, well,
the T and the other guy.
That was bound to happen with somebody anyways with that situation. So, so you get tired of being tired.
But Janae, to me, it's just like, I don't know. Every last one of them need to go see a psychiatrist. They need help. They need help. They are all sick in their minds. They're sick.
Yep. And
every last one of them. Everybody that left Carbonation need to go, and they need not to be around each other. They need to stay away from each other.
They should.
They don't need to be around each other.
Only a couple of them have said that they're going to therapy. I think that's Jaw's parents have said they're going to therapy. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah, I never see them like on videos anymore.
That's probably a good thing.
Right. That's a good thing, right?
That's a really good thing.
It's saying she's getting healing too, and I don't know how much healing she gets.
Damn healing. Oh, there you go. That is not a word. That is not a curse word.
But you know what? It is to YouTube. It is to YouTube. So we gotta stop using it.
Neytiri is
what
not
kind of
getting
healing
no
they
help.
do?
She's not. She talking about. She talked to her counselor or whoever. She is not getting any help. That girl needs help.
If she's on social media crying and carrying on.
I don't know why she think that, and the stars are lining up. Well, girl, if your stars was lining up, you would have been good long time ago.
Right.
Your stars ain't lining up properly. Okay.
No. Yeah, I don't get it. But listen, I got to get off because I got to finish up my food, my dinner for my husband, And I'll be back on here tomorrow. Trust and believe.
All right. Thanks for having me up.
All right.
Nice night.
It's
And
nice
you
meeting
guys
you,
are
ladies.
welcome. Yep, y'all are welcome to come up every day and have a conversation after I have my, commentary live, and we can do what we're doing right here. I love talking with y'all.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
All right,
Thanks.
I'm
ladies.
with it.
All right.
all right.
Bye.
Okay. Love
Good
y'all.
night.
Bye, y'all.
Stay blessed.
Love you. Bye bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right, guys, I'm about to get up on out of here. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. Matter of fact, let's put some hearts up into the chat. Let's put some. I ain't seen no hearts up into the chat in about a month, and that's only because I ain't been around. Because we started putting them hearts up into the chat, and then we fell off because I fell off because I had been doing stuff. You know what I'm saying, behind the scenes in my own house. So let's put some hearts up into the chat before we leave. Come on, let's get some hearts up in here. I want to see some hearts. Y'all, I know y'all have a problem with hitting the like button, but let's at least put some hearts up into the chat. Hit the like button, hit the dislike button. Let's put some hearts up into the chat, and let's get up on out of here. Because I got to finish up this cooking, and then I have to get myself ready for bed and stuff. So, come on, let's put some hearts up in the chat. Y'all sleeping up in here? Y'all must be sleeping up in here today. I put my hearts up into the chat. I ain't seen one yet, but my own. All right, well, I'm getting up out of here. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all stay blessed. Hey, I'm Tanya Wells. Thank you for the like. Thank you, sweetie. I'm getting on up out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all stay blessed. I love y'all, and I'm out.